everybody, Rebecca-Louise here, just giving you a makeup tutorial on how to do a Christmas look. So some red lips, some smoky eyes. So we're going to start off with our foundation, and I am using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. Okay, I've just got it, so I'm still practicing with it, so you have to bear with me a little bit. So we'll start off with like the light things around your face first. This is just how I do it, so maybe there's other ways of doing it. It's just what I think works best for me. So I'm going to start off with some lighter colors. I'm going to kind of like mix the two together here, always just kind of blending colors. And I'm just starting off underneath my eye, okay, and I'm going to be using a brush for this. So I'm just working underneath my eye here, okay, just to make sure that I'm just highlighting these certain areas. So you want to think about your cheekbones, okay, so this highlight part here, okay, and then all through in here. Okay, and then that nose as well. And then you're just working in other colors as well. And then once you're talking about that contouring, you want to start to use those darker tones. So start off with something kind of like the medium brown for my skin tone, and then just a little bit of the darker stuff. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on that cheekbone. Okay, so not above there where that line is, where you can kind of like feel your bone sticking out a little bit. That's where you want to kind of blend it in. So you've got it here, and then just doing a little bit on the other side too. So what we're doing is we're just really working where those shadows of the face are. Okay, and then also we're going to do a little bit at the top here. Okay, so you heard me talk about on that other one about your horns. This is where you kind of want to put that darker area and just blending it into the top. Then go back to those kind of lighter tones and start to work the lighter stuff into the dark, okay? And then a little bit on the chin here. And you know, it's just going to take a few times of getting it right and understanding kind of where the color is and blending and all those kind of fun things. So don't worry if it looks a little bit strange the first time that you do it. Okay, it's all just about practice. Okay, cool. So as you can see, I'm just using the mirror in the camera here to work it in and to see this light. I always like to do my makeup in the daylight, okay? So when you've got a mirror, it's quite useful if you put it by your bedroom window and then you're using that daylight. Then you can make sure that you're getting everything right, okay? You're seeing all the smudges, you're seeing all the lines, and then you can really start to work and blend in. Okay, so you're just seeing I'm just putting a little bit more on those cheeks here, and then always just making sure that you're blending those colors in. And then I like to put a little bit on the eyeline too. Okay, so closing your eyes, just to put a little bit there, that just makes sure that everything is blended in. Now we're going to be doing some really amazing red lips today. Okay, so with your foundation, just kind of go over your lips a little bit. Okay, so we can really get a defined line around. Okay, there you go. So I'm just kind of going over the top of my lips and putting a little bit of foundation on top there, so that when I do draw on those lip lines, okay, I can get it nice and clear. And there you go. Okay, so just kind of like blending it all in. As I say, it takes time. I'm just kind of like using it as a paint palette. Just kind of think of your face as a paint palette. You're painting away. Okay, just keep blending in. And I am just using one brush for this. Okay, cool. So there you have it. Okay, I've got a little bit of base on. What I also like to do is just to kind of take the edge off, I put a little bit of blusher, okay, or just like a base powder. Okay, so this is what I've got here. I just kind of like swirl that around. Okay, I was told in the last video you're supposed to tap, not blow, so thank you very much for that. I'm learning things just by doing these videos. Okay, and then you're just gonna rub that on your face here. Always make sure that you clean all your brushes afterwards. It helps your skin stay clear and no bacteria getting in the way. Okay, cool. So there you have it. Okay, I've got my base on. And for me, I like to use a little bit of extra blusher as well, just to help with those cheekbones. Again, so just dabbing here, little touch here, no blowing. Okay, God, I'm really tempted to blow right now. It's like, I shouldn't do that. Okay, not gonna blow because apparently that makes your brush is dirty, which I can see. So again, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna work in a little bit on the side here. And just so that if I've maybe missed anything of blending, this brush with the dust and the blusher is actually just gonna do it nicely over the top. Okay, so again, using those little bits at the top here, and then maybe a little bit either side of the nose. Okay, so you can see, boom, beautiful. Okay, the next step we're gonna do, okay, is we're gonna talk about the eyebrows. Our eyebrows are like so in fashion right now. It's like eyebrows on fleck. I don't even know what that means, but my eyebrows are gonna be on fleck right now. Okay, so what I like to use, okay, is, let's find my tools. Okay, it's one of these brushes. So it's got kind of like a mascara brush on one end, and then like a fine like brush on the other end. Okay, and I'm using Anastasia again, Beverly Hills. Love her stuff. Just recently found it and fall in love with it. So what you're gonna do with your eyebrows, okay, is you want to bring all of this top bit down. Okay, so just kind of like you're brushing your hair, you're gonna bring all of these top bits down. And what that's gonna do is it's gonna give you a great line for where you need to draw on the eyebrows. Okay, so I like to just lick it a little bit. You can use water or you can use your mouth, whatever works for you best. Okay, and then you just dab a little bit on. And then what I do is I kind of like mush it onto my hand here. So I've kind of got like a palette. And then all I do is I follow the top line that I've created here with my eyebrow. Okay, over my pencil. And then I just bring that down. And then I'm making that top line first. So just stick to the top line. Okay, and then same on the other side. So wherever it was that you brought that down, you just want to follow it across. Okay, and then by brushing the hairs down and just making sure that nothing is getting in the way. Okay, that's it. So then what you want to do is you want to do kind of the same the other way. Is you're brushing it up. So it just gets all those tangly bits out the way, gets you to really see what your eyebrow actually looks like. And then just doing the same. So kind of like working it into your hand and then brushing it upwards. Okay, so you create that line. Now the great thing about this brush, is what I like to do, is kind of putting it here. And then it kind of gives that definition of the front of the brow, okay? And then I'm just working it in to the side, okay? And then again, the same on the other side. So I put all the hairs up, and now what I'm doing is just following that line across. Try and do it in one swoop, and you can press quite hard down. I find that when you like press hard down, okay, it actually keeps where the brush is supposed to be. So then what you want to do is just getting a little bit more, is just filling in those maybe sparse bits, okay, that you haven't done. That's it, just on either side. Okay, no need to take like forever on it. You can see I've just gone a little bit over here, so I'm just gonna edge that. Look, make sure at the middle, either side, and then perfect, you're ready to go. What I like to do over the top of my brows, just to keep that everything intact, is this new thing. I guess it's like brow gel. Okay, so a little bit of this. Okay, this one's from Benefit, and then I just kind of follow this along, and this actually just keeps all those hairs in line, gives it a little bit more volume as well. And I'm just following it. You're gonna be quite careful with this because you don't want it to smudge onto your brow as well, like the underneath. So just keep following that through. As you can see, it just kind of adds a little bit more definition and texture. Okay, so there you have it. There's my eyebrows. You probably want to get like a little bit of a tissue to wipe this stuff off with. Okay, so the next step, okay, we're going to be doing some stuff with our eyes. So smoky eyes, I've got a pencil here to start with, and all I'm doing is I'm going to go underneath my eye, okay, and then a little bit on the actual eye here. So just like that. You don't want to go too far underneath the eye because otherwise you're going to get big panda eyes, and we definitely don't want that. We're just adding a little bit of color on. Okay, so where I'm adding the most stuff is I want you to actually get a brush, kind of like the brush that we just used for our eyebrows. Okay, but this time we're going to use just a little bit of like black eyeshadow. Okay, and again you just tap that on the side here and then follow it across. It just looks better when you're using some shadow rather than pencil because it just kind of all blends into your face a little bit nicer. Okay, and we're gonna finish off the middle of the eyes in a minute. I just want you guys to get the underneath. Okay, perfect, there you have it. So when it comes to eyelashes, okay, we can get really stressed out about putting them on. It's like, oh my goodness, this is gonna take forever and it's so long. And you know what, the first few times you're gonna do it, it's gonna be difficult. But the more times you do it, the easier it's gonna be. So I put a little bit of eyelash glue, I always stick it on my hand. My hand becomes like a palette, kind of like a painter's palette, but I use my hand for my face stuff. Now I am gonna be using actually individual lashes today. I feel that they actually give you a better natural look, or if you do have like full lashes, what I suggest is kind of just cutting them into 3 and then sticking them on like that. It just gives a more natural look. I'm gonna be doing a tutorial on that. So these fake eyelashes, you just peel one off at a time. Okay, you just dip that into your glue that's on your hand, and then all you do is you put it onto your eyes, just like that. Okay, so it's stuck on, like there. I'm gonna do another one on this side. And I'm just gonna use my little mirror here just to help me along with this side. And also so you guys can see from a different angle. So you don't want to spend too long trying to like get the whole angle right. Okay, you just want to like almost just touch it in and let it stick. It will stick. You can get a little bit like too much over the top of, you know, really trying to get it perfectly there. But as you can see, all I'm doing is I'm dipping it in here, okay, grabbing hold of this, and I'm putting it there and I'm leaving it, and then I'm walking away from it, walking away from the lash. I just stuck that on my eye. Okay, cool. So I've literally just stuck that onto the side, okay? And if you're faffing around with it too much, you're just making it complicated, don't let yourself get in a strop or a stress about it. That is not gonna help. I'm just gonna put one more over on the other side, okay, just to make them even. And I'm just dropping them in, okay? I'm not making sure that they're absolutely perfect. I know that they're not, but you can see it just gives like a little bit extra to definition of your face. And I basically just stuck on to either side just to give it a little bit more. Okay, so drop them in and then let them stick, okay? Don't start doing any eyeshadow right now. They are not ready to have eyeshadow on. Okay, so the other thing I like to do is just add a little bit more extra cheekbone. Why not, if we can? Okay, this is one of my favorites. This is Benefit. And you're just gonna go across here and up here, okay? And then also just a little bit here, a little bit on the other side of the eyebrow, a little bit here, and then a bit on that nose. Okay, cool. So what you do, you get one of these squidgy brushes. This is kind of just what I like to use. It's my sponge. And all I'm doing is I'm just sponging in, okay? Just making sure that this is really blended in. Because sometimes on pictures you can pick up something like quite shiny, okay? And then you want to make sure that that's all blended in. Okay, as you can see here, just a little bit here, under here, and then squeeze right there. Okay, perfect. So there you have it. There we've done our highlight, okay? We've got our brows, okay? We've got our eyelashes on. One more thing that I wanted to show you for your brows is like a highlighter pencil, okay? So all you do is you go underneath, okay? You just draw a line under, okay? And then what I like to do, okay, is get another brush that looks like this is this typical brush that we keep using. I'm actually using a different one here. And then what you do is you just work it in here. Okay, so you've just given your eyebrow like a little bit of a height, okay? And that's it, so you're just kind of like rubbing that in. And then over the top, what I like to do is using that same foundation brush, is just work it in so you don't have just a white streak at the top. So there you have it. I've just got a little bit of more lift on the brows. Okay, so let's go on to doing that eyeliner. Now the top one, this is what you're gonna use. I like to use like a liquid eyeliner on top. And this one is great because it doesn't kind of like stick to the top of your face. It's got like a little sponge on the end, which it makes it easier to use. So all I do is I do a nice thin line, okay? I'm just working into it. And I'm just moving it down, just like so. So I'm just kind of like using it as a paintbrush, okay? Same on the other side. And it's just tiny little strokes. Little strokes going across. Watch those eyelashes, try not to knock them off if they're still a little bit loose. And then you're gonna work it down into the middle there. Okay, so I've done like a line all the way down to the middle. Okay, perfect, there you go, nice and easy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to having that eyeshadow, okay? And we open that back up again, and we're gonna use the same brush, and then we're just gonna go over the top. Okay, so this just helps us kind of blend us everything in. And then we're gonna take it a little bit into the corner of the eye, just like so. And then the same on the other side. And then corner there. And then what you're gonna do with this blender brush, okay, is you're just going to work it a little bit so it comes out to the side, but not too much. We're not going super heavy here today. You're just working like a little triangle out to the side, okay? And then again, taking that underneath just a smudge under. Perfect, just like that. Super simple, don't overcomplicate it, don't put too much makeup on. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your mascara and you just go over the top of those lashes just to give it a little extra height. Okay, and again, working down into that middle where we haven't got the lashes, we're gonna be putting a little bit extra there. And then I just put a very, very tiny bit underneath. Okay, and careful not to make it look glumpy. You want it to make it look classy and elegant and sophisticated. Okay, now for the fun part, now for those red lips. Okay, so all I do, okay, so I've got my foundation a little bit over the edge of here, okay? I'm gonna put on a little bit of lip balm, just to make sure my lips are super soft. And then, gonna grab my mirror. All I'm gonna do is go for the outside of my lips. Now, my lips tend to get really huge if I do it too much. So you just wanna go on the inside of your lips. And then all the way underneath. And open up that mouth nice and wide so you can get those bits either side. So that's it, you're just making that line all the way around. Now do a little bit of filling in, okay, at that top, just so that the line is in a completely different color to the lip gloss that you're gonna use. Now you wanna grab your color, okay, I'm going for a bright red because it's Christmas and we're gonna make it feel festive, but you can use this look anywhere that you like. You know, maybe if you've got like a big black tie event or something fancy. I'm using the Anastasia lipstick stick thing. I guess that's what you call it. It's kind of like a matte lipstick. So much easier to use than lipstick because sometimes when you put in a red lipstick, it's like goes all over the place. This is why using a lip balm and using the lip liner is gonna help everything kind of like mold together and you're not gonna get these odd sharp lines, okay? So all you do is just follow it round. Super simple. And these lipsticks are so great because they're easier to do because it's just like using a lip gloss. Okay, so a little bit together. Make sure you lick your teeth because you never want any lipstick on your teeth. That's definitely not a good look. Okay, and all you can just do is just keep working until you get those lips just how you want. All the way around, put them together, and boom! See, that didn't even take that long. You might need to clean your hands because you're gonna have like all your palette all over. Oh, and I've just smudged my my eyelash glue. As you can see, I got my eyebrows done. I got some big red lips. Okay, I got my contouring. I got a little bit of shadow, a little bit of glaze on my face, and this is it. This is the perfect going out outfit. It's not too much. You know, you're just bringing out those features in your eyes, bringing out those cheekbones, and of course, those perfect red lips. I hope you enjoyed the makeup tutorial. We've got so much more coming, guys. I have got the braid that you guys see me wear all the time. There's a super easy two-step to contour. So if you don't have all the time in the world, this is the one that you want to use. Guys, I'm so excited. So much more to come from Rebecca-Louise, and Alfie might even be joining us next time. See you guys soon. Make sure you subscribe.